What's up, you sweaty nerds and greasy degenerates? Honkai Star Rail's official Twitter have recently put out their drip marketing for patch 1.4. We got Jingliu, a 5-star, coming to the table. We got Topaz and Nami coming to the table. And we also got a 4-star in Guanifin coming to the table as well. They've been doing like guy, girl, kind of like back-to-back kind of stuff. Now we just recently got a huge dump of female characters coming to the game, and every single one of them looks smoking hot, okay? These characters look really cool. They seem like they're going to have some pretty interesting combat abilities, and let's go ahead and talk about it because this is a pretty hype patch that we're looking at here, okay? And I think it's good because I believe they're going to slowly be moving us away from the Xianzhou Lafu storyline and giving us a whole new area. So let's go ahead and talk about it and talk about the characters to see if we want to save for them, skip them, or pull for what's already out there right now, like Dan Heng and Fu Xuan. Alright, so we had Jingliu announced first, then the next day we had Topaz and Nami, then the next day after that we had Guanifin announced on the official Twitter, and based on the way that they drip marketed patch 1.3, I'm only going off of the previous behavior. I don't have any facts in front of me or anything like that, no other pre-release information. Just based on their previous behavior, I believe we're going to get Jingliu in part 1 of 1.4, then Topaz and Nami in part 2 of 1.4, and more than likely Guanifin will be in part 2 of 1.4 as well. However, the 4-star is probably the most likely to potentially be interchanged and move around from part 1 to 2. I know a lot of people want Topaz to come out first so that they can keep saving their Jade and be able to pull for Jingliu, because as you can tell from the numbers here, 2.7 million for Jingliu, 1.6 for Topaz, and 1.2 for Guanifin. I believe that Jingliu is the most hype character right now. She is the most anticipated character for the time being. After Kafka released, Jingliu instantly became the new most anticipated character of the game. I've been simping for Jingliu since before you, so back off, okay, and go back to Kafka is all I have to say about that, alright? But I just wanted to point out that Jingliu has been slowly dripped out by the developers for a long time now. She has been slowly dripped out in the game, and they're really building up her character a lot, just like they did with Kafka. So I highly doubt that we're going to get a character that is bad with Jingliu, because why would they do that? Why would they build this character up so much in order for her to just come out and be kind of like a dud? Okay, so Jingliu is a character that is going to be an ice type. We can see it right here underneath her name. Ice type destruction unit. We have Topaz, who's going to be, she's going to be a fire type on the path of the hunt right here. And you can see that Guanifin is going to be a fire type on the path of nihility. So for Kafka mains, Kafka teams, you might want to actually just pull on whichever one that Guanifin is on, so you can help continue to build up your Guanifin, or sorry, your Kafka team. So just be prepared for that. And these two are fire type units. Fire type has been relatively weak in comparison to other elements in the game, other combat damage in the game, I should say. And because she's going to be on the path of the hunt, I think Topaz is probably going to release and be the top tier fire unit in the game when she does release. But just so that you guys know, she has Nami attached to her. We saw with Jingyuan what that kind of means. She could be somewhat restricted based on Nami, because Jingyuan was somewhat restricted because of Lightning Lord. I do believe that since they are on different paths, that Nami will operate differently than Lightning Lord for Jingyuan, but we don't fully know what that's going to be as of right now. So I just wanted to point that out. I also wanted to point out just a little bit about what we might know so far. So Jingliu is a character that is supposed to drain your team's HP and then give you a very serious damage bonus for that. It's a risk-reward system, just like with Blade. And similar to Blade, she's going to, when she is enhanced, when she does have that enhanced ability, she's supposed to be dealing damage to more than one enemy at a time. She is single target some of the time, and she hits 3 enemies at a time the rest of the time. So just be aware of that. She's going to play very similar to Blade, team drain, and damage bonuses, a lot like Blade will be. So Blade and Jingliu actually combo together because Jingliu doesn't necessarily get a lot of benefit off of Blade. The relic set, the new relic set that came out for Blade, people are calling it Blade Signature Set. You guys are sleeping on it, okay? Blade Signature Set is actually Blade and Jingliu's Signature Set. They work together, and if you have Blade and Jingliu on the same team, they will combo. The relics will combo together, okay? That's going to be a seriously good set, and that's obviously the set that you'd want to farm as of right now for Jingliu. But don't start farming yet, because there's a whole lot of stuff that might come out before then. So just be aware that that set's going to be good. And Blade will get benefits from Jingliu, because Blade will get buffs, because when he loses HP, he gets a buff. He will get buffed from Jingliu as well. At least that's the suspicion that we have as of right now. And I do want to point out something else as well. Jingliu is yet another character in this game that has an outfit that has this elongated dress sort of looking thing. It's like this elongated dress, kind of like skirt sort of thing. A lot of characters have this. I'm not going to go through down the list right now, but you know, Seela has this. Like, you know, Asta has this. Like Su Shang has this. Most of the characters in the game have this elongated dress sort of thing, and it's kind of more rare to see. You want to know another elongated dress character? Gwenifin, okay? We're going to get another elongated dress character in Gwenifin, but you want to know who isn't going to have that? Just on looks alone, I'm talking right now. Topaz. I think a lot of people like Topaz's design because Topaz is going to have a similar look and outfit to Silverwolf, and so Topaz is going to be showing a little bit of cake from what it looks like to us. She's going to be showing some thigh and some cake, just like Silverwolf was able to do for a lot of people. And I wanted to point out that this little button right here on her shirt is putting in more overtime than a father of 5 kids. Okay, Hoyoverse is very big on their censorship, and they are putting a lot on the line with this little button. This little button is holding up the entire integrity of the entire Hoyoverse franchise, okay? This little button right here is the only thing protecting us from losing our game and Hoyoverse from losing their sponsors, okay? This is a really big deal. This button is putting in so much. This button is OP, okay? This button's doing this all by itself. If I know anything about this game, this button's going to get nerfed before the next patch because it's too OP. Okay, now anyways, getting on a serious note here. I do believe that Topaz is going to come out and be a strong unit in the game because we don't have a strong fire type in the unit yet. Sure, we have Hook. Sure, we have Himiko, but let's be honest, she's a character on the Path of the Hunt. The Path of the Hunt is usually very, very strong, and we don't have that super high value like fire unit in the game right now. So I believe this banner is just going to be hype. Jingliu is destined to be a good character, and Topaz is going to seemingly be bridging the old story to the new story, because as you can read here on the side, she's going to be a character that is very heavily tied to the IPC. So it seems like either she's going to help probably bridge us from the Xianzhou Fu story and into the next story arc more than likely. However, I do notice that there is a bracelet on her wrist that looks like a jade bracelet, so that reminds me of the jade bracelets from the Xianzhou Fu. So maybe I'm wrong about that, but that's my suspicion as of now. She's going to probably come out and be hype as well, because she's going to need to be hype in order to kind of bridge the stories together. So this is a huge patch in my opinion. I believe that 1.4 is going to be enormous, and she's setting the tone for what's to come next. Because let's be honest with ourselves here, we didn't really get to see a whole lot from, you know, there was a pre-release trailer that showed us a whole bunch of different characters, and this is the first character that is showing up in the game that wasn't in that pre-release trailer. So get excited, guys, because this isn't the only thing to get excited about. Get excited for what comes next. So be prepared. If you're interested in looking into that information, go look at it for yourself. These characters are going to be hype, and 1.5 is probably going to be hype too. So who should you pull for? Who should you save for? You got to make that decision on your own, guys. Okay, you got to look and see what's good for your account. Don't forget, there isn't a single premium 5-star that has released that has been bad. Every single one is good, including mid-yuan. This mid-yuan stuff is ridiculous. Okay, you guys got to stop I hope that you guys are just kidding and you guys are being degenerates like me when you jokingly say Jingyuan's bad. Jingyuan's good, okay? So get over it, alright? Anyways, if you thought this video was interesting or entertaining in any way, shape, or form, please leave a like and subscribe. If you hated it, you hate my guts, please leave a hate thread in the comments, and I'll see you next time.